Today we're going to take a close look at the details in the new Dying Light trailer. We'll try to find some hard to notice details and Easter eggs. Let's start from the beginning. Do you remember the amazing DLC for the first game? It was called The Following. At the end, Kyle Crane saw a scene where peace had seemingly settled in the world and everything seemed fine. However, Kyle starts to turn into a monster, and this is a very important point for us. The thing is, after this, Kyle ends up in the Baron's laboratory. It's possible that the teaser trailer is showing the hunt for mutated Kyle Crane. If you want a more detailed look at this, I released a video yesterday that you really liked. It was based on an exclusive interview with the director, in which he shared a ton of new details. For example, the dark forest with horror elements, moments in the game where you'll hunt victims, the new Parker system, and much more. Once you finish watching this video, be sure to check that one out. You'll love it. But let's get back to Crane's mutation. In the new trailer, this mutation doesn't look as scary, probably because it's being controlled with certain drugs that are being administered to Crane. Plus, as we see here, he's being held pretty tightly. On the monitor, we can clearly see the mention of the Harran virus, and that's important. By the way, it's possible the developers are hiding even more than we think. The game might not be called The Beast because of Kyle Crane, but because of the Baron. The Baron could very well be the hidden monster, and he might be conducting these experiments on himself to gain those powers, or possibly to enhance himself somehow. Most likely, this is the case since the Baron is a collector and we see a lot of rare items with him. I'm almost sure that a person like that would want to collect unique powers like the ones Crane has gained. By the way, did you notice Crane's bracelet in the new trailer? Yes, it's the necklace that was around the neck of the character from the first game, Jade Aldemir. This small detail already shows how much care the developers are putting into the new game. We're sure to find tons of such things, so before the release of the Beast, we should definitely replay the original. I hope we'll see World's Best Mom sitting somewhere watching TV. By the way, returning to the idea that all the trailers are centered around the prologue of the game, I can confirm this with this shot. Here we see Kyle sneaking through the mysterious rooms of the laboratory from where we'll likely have to escape, and here we see different creatures that were part of the Baron's experiments, and yes, this was confirmed in yesterday's breakdown. As the director said, this will be the first fast zombie, and we'll encounter him in this scene. This is a new type of enemy, and if you want more details, I'll remind you about yesterday's video once again. Also, many people asked me in the comments about the game's length, and as it's known, the game will be about 18 hours long. It will be more linear, and not as free roaming, but if you explore everything, it will take longer. By the way, did you notice Kyle Crane's watch? It's another interesting find because in one shot, it lights up red, while in another, it's not glowing. Most likely, this watch will light up red either during the night when you need to find shelter or when Kyle starts to mutate into a monster. Which option seems more likely? Let me know in the comments. Another interesting point, in the gameplay trailer we can see a lot of movements and animations from Dying Light 2. The double-footed jump attack, throwing zombies over obstacles, all of these are moves from the previous game. And that's not surprising because, as we know, the Beast was originally intended as a DLC for the second game.
I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense.
The paintings. It's known that these aren't just randomly shown, they symbolize something. The painting is a representation of Prometheus having his liver eaten by a crow after being cursed by Zeus with endless death for stealing fire from him for humanity. Perhaps this painting hints that the Baron wants to take Kyle's abilities and give them to people. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And of course, the most interesting part is that all of this looks like a prologue. Think about it. Kyle mutates, the Baron finds out about it, and in the teaser trailer we see how the hunt for him begins. In the Baron's trailer, we see that Kyle is eventually caught, probably at the moment shown in the teaser. Then we see Kyle's escape, a snippet of the laboratory, various forests and swamps, likely where Kyle will hide. Later on, I think he'll find allies who will help him reach more urban or populated areas. At the moment, the game feels like the spiritual successor to the first part, and that makes me really happy. I hope that before the game's release, which is set for summer, we'll get even more details and information, and of course, you'll be able to find detailed breakdowns on my channel. So don't forget to subscribe, and I highly recommend checking out the recent videos with interview information and other content on the channel, right here. That's all for now. See you in the next video.